Last summer, I got an email message from a lady named Jackie who invited me to become a Numerade educator. Now, Numerade is a platform that is expanding and is purported to be content from the top 1% of teachers in the United States. So what I did is I thought it was a marvelous opportunity because I could earn up to $30,000, and even considering that that might be too good to be true, I said, what if I was able to earn perhaps maybe $10,000? I had the time, I had the need for some extra income, so I filled out an application to become a Numerade educator, and they said, fine, so what we're going to do is give you a sample problem to work out kind of as an audition. And so I spent quite a bit of time, at least a couple days, becoming familiar with the Numerade whiteboard, which is a proprietary recording device that's web-based, and I found it to be quite glitchy, but I was able to get a good enough presentation to pass a successful audition and be invited. So I filled out more information about me, and then I got back from my handler the fee structure for videos created, and it was 50 cents per algebra video, 75 cents per pre-calculus video, $1.50 per calculus video. And at that rate, with the quality of video that I would really be happy with producing myself, I couldn't do that on the Numerade whiteboard software, which I found to be quite glitchy. I would need to use something like this, my Wacom pad. I have Smart technology software. I have Camtasia Studio screen recording software, and it would take time to render the video and set it up. And so with those rates, I didn't see how I could make an income at all, even to minimum wage level. And then at the same time, I was given sample videos, about 40 videos from an educator, Lily, from Johns Hopkins University, one of the most reputable universities in the world. And I watched the first 4 videos, and I saw on one video a minor mistake that she self-corrected during the video. That's cool. But then she came up with something called a point asymptote, which, and those two words are self-contradictory terms. Now, the educator seemed to be competent, had the style, the way of conversing. It just seemed like she wasn't sufficiently reviewed. And then she was given this problem here to graph this rational function, f of x equals x minus 7 or x over x squared minus 4x plus 3, which in all fairness, though officially a pre-calculus level problem, is really quite advanced. And so making a sign analysis of this is not an easy task, and is more of an advanced function. Nevertheless, this was the graph that she came up with her sign analysis, which turned out to be all wrong, because what happened is she evaluated the sign, she did a sign chart analysis in the denominator, but neglected to take the numerator into account properly, and she should have come up with this graph, which is totally sign opposite from what she came up with. So I was very frustrated by the quality that I saw. And so what it looked like to me is they didn't have a sufficient review process in place. They were not paying her enough per video to encourage her to do her own work. And so they really kind of hung her out to dry, is what it looked like to me. And so I had to regretfully decline the invitation to participate. But at the same time, I really let my handler know of what I saw that was amiss. And I didn't get any response back, and so I created a video which was, don't subscribe to Numerade. Now, I was contacted by a gentleman by email. His name was James, who asked me to take down the video, which I have eventually took from public to unlisted. But I just feel that with this way of paying educators very little and having very little review process, I just didn't think that's the right way to go. And so I don't want to say that the whole platform is bad. I just want to tell you that the part of the platform that I saw and was exposed to didn't seem to be sufficiently done. Now, in fairness, James did say that they had contacted the creator and that she was going to redo the videos, but I want those to be done with an internal process and not to be from outside. I think what's wrong with it is that I, as a YouTube creator, when you go to see my videos, I get feedback from my subscribers and other people that might check in. And so if there are mistakes that I make, I'm exposed directly through comments to those mistakes. And so it's an ongoing peer review and student review process that seems not to be there with Numerade through their existing process. Now, I hope that there's an evolution underway, but what they really needed me for, rather than to be a creator, would be to be a reviewer of Lily's videos and perhaps other math content. So anyway, I hope if you subscribe to Numerade, I hope you get something good out of it. But my experience so far, both as a potential Numerade educator and just as a viewer, I'd like to have something that my pre-calculus students could go to for if this was worked out properly, this would be an advanced thing to be able to learn. But fortunately, they have me to learn from. And so just a word of warning, just be careful if you subscribe to Numerade or any other subscription-based content. Thanks.